Hello everyone, it's Hungry Masha. We continue our series of videos about food in Budapest. Summer is in full swing, and if you are watching this video, you are probably planning your Hungarian trip. I already made a few videos about the most famous Hungarian dish, goulash. So today I'm going to talk about 10 other traditional Hungarian dishes. Do you want to know my top 10 Hungarian dishes and where you can try them? Let's go!
Go, 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 go.
Many people think that goulash is a meat stew. It's true that in many Eastern European countries and in Russia, for example, goulash is a stew. But in Hungary it is not. It is a soup. In Hungary the traditional meat stew is called Pörkölt. Actually, goulash and Pörkölt have similar origins. They are both herdsman food. Pörkölt can be made with different meat, but traditionally it's made with beef and served with egg noodles. When I decided to make this video, I wanted to visit new restaurants that I had not reviewed before in my videos. But Pörkölt will be an exception, because I decided to go to Getto Gulyas, where they make one of the best Pörkölts in Budapest. I visited this restaurant when I made top 5 goulash in Budapest video. Getto Gulyas is located in the 7th district of Budapest, not far from the synagogue. We will spend a lot of time in this district today because there are a lot of good restaurants. You'd always better reserve a table for dinner in Budapest because when there are a lot of tourists, all the restaurants are full. I came there in the evening, I was alone, so I was able to get a table without a reservation. But if you are a big group of people, you'd better reserve the table. They have tables outside, but they are not very cozy because they are located on a very narrow pavement. So I was sitting inside and I could assess the interior of this restaurant. The design is simple but very cozy. I like the table setting with the candlesticks. What I did not like is that the tables are located very close to each other, so it was not very comfortable to sit. On the menu, a whole page is dedicated to Pörkölt. They have traditional beef Pörkölt. Also on this page you can find chicken Paprikas that we will try later today. I ordered beef Pörkölt in wine with the egg noodles. The portion of Pörkölt was very big. There were a few big pieces of meat. The meat was very tender. The sauce was very rich, and the noodles also accompanied very well this dish. So if you want to try a good Pörkölt in Budapest, I definitely can recommend Getto Gulyas for it. The prices in this restaurant are not very high. I would even say that they are below a Budapest average. For the meat stew and a lemonade, I paid 5,925 forint, including service fee. Before we move on to our next restaurant, don't forget to press the like button. It will take just a few seconds of your time, but it will support my channel and I will really appreciate this. The next Hungarian dish we are going to try is Lecsó. When I was a kid, one of my favorite cartoons was Ratatouille. Recently I discovered that in Hungary this cartoon is called Lecsó. So Lecsó is a Hungarian ratatouille. Once I read that Lecsó is a summer dish, but actually in Budapest you can find it all year long. You can eat it for breakfast with eggs and sausage, or it can be a lunch dish. In my video about living on 20 euro in Budapest, I tried Lecsó with sausage and tarhonya for lunch. This time I tried Lecsó in the Lecsó restaurant located in the 13th district of Budapest, not far from Nyugati train station and the parliament. This restaurant actually looks like a canteen. It's self-service. You take a tray, you order your food, you pay, and then you choose a table. They have 2 floors, the ground floor where you order the food and the first floor. I had to eat on the first floor because the ground floor was full. The traditional Lecsó with sausage was 2,390 forint. You don't have to pay the service fee because it's a self-service restaurant. The portion was quite big. There was a lot of pepper, a few slices of sausage, very rich tomato sauce and onions. I would say that it's a perfect summer dish. is a traditional ingredient in many Hungarian dishes. Both Pörkölt and Lecsó have paprika inside. The next dish we are going to try takes its name from paprika, and it's chicken paprikas. You may ask what's the difference between chicken Pörkölt and chicken paprikas. In chicken paprikas, the sauce is made not only with paprika and tomatoes, but also with sour cream. I decided to try this local specialty in Tati restaurants, located also in the 7th district. This is a farm-to-table restaurant. They prioritize local ingredients and natural food. I read that they have one of the best paprikas in the city, so I decided to try it there. As I've already mentioned, you better book the table, but I came there at 5 p.m. after lunchtime and before dinner time. I like reviewing restaurants at this time because there are not too many people. The waiter asked me about the reservation, but I didn't have any, and he said that there is a table for 1 hour. It was more than enough for me. I ordered paprikas and a lemonade. On the menu they also have different Hungarian specialities. Usually these dishes are with a twist, like for example langosh with duck liver. If you want to know more about langosh, watch my recent video about cheap and expensive langosh in Budapest. Tati has a Hungarian tasting menu that costs about 50 euro and includes goulash, chicken paprikas, roasted lamb and cottage cheese dumplings. It's a nice option if you want to try the main Hungarian specialties in one day. My chicken paprikas was served quite quickly. The portion was big. There was one chicken thigh in paprika sauce, and there were egg noodles, similar to egg noodles that were with Pörkölt. I paid 7,832 forint or 22 euro for this dish and a drink. It is a bit more expensive than Getto Gulyas, but still it's about Budapest average for one person. For the next dish we are not going too far because we are going to try Mangalica in Negro Mangalica restaurant located in the same street, just 300 meters from Tati restaurant. Mangalica is a Hungarian breed of pork. It has very cute curly hair and very tender fatty meat. I rarely eat pork, but I like Mangalica because of its tender and very rich meat. In Negro Mangalica you can try a few dishes with Mangalica, like Mangalica tenderloin, but I decided to try Mangalica chicken red wine with potato dumplings. I like beef cheek, but I had never tried pork cheek before. The restaurant was empty when I came, so the dish was served quite quickly. The portion was big. There were a few big pieces of meat, 3 potato dumplings covered with sour cream, some fried onions on top and pickles. The meat was very tender. I didn't need a knife to cut the meat. It was probably even more tender than beef cheek. The potato dumplings were not too soggy. I was afraid that they would be soggy, but they were very fluffy. It was a good garnish for this meat. In general, I enjoyed this combination, although it was simple and traditional. I paid 8,175 forint for the main dish and a drink. Service was 12%. In this video I wanted to show you not only restaurants but also some cheaper eateries. In my video about budget food in Budapest I went to an étkezde or a canteen. That time I went to a touristy étkezde, so today I decided to visit some place where the locals go. The place I went to is called Kívánság étkezde. It's also located in the 7th district of Budapest, but in a less touristy part. They have a permanent menu that includes many Hungarian dishes, mostly pork and chicken, but they also have lunch offers. The 2-course lunch costs 1,950 forint or about 5 euro. The canteen is open from 11:45 to 4 p.m. So basically you can only have lunch there. Every weekend on their Facebook they publish the lunch for the next week. I really liked their Facebook page. They paid a lot of attention to their social media, which is a good sign. Unfortunately, their Facebook page is only in Hungarian, but the staff in étkezde actually speaks English. On the Kívánság Facebook page I saw that they would have Túrós Csusza, one of my favorite Hungarian dishes. Túrós Csusza is pasta with cottage cheese, sour cream and lard. It sounds quite heavy like many Hungarian dishes, but actually it's delicious. Sometimes it's served as a side dish, for example for paprikas, but it can be easily a main dish because it's very hearty. A few words about the atmosphere of this place. It is small, very cozy. There are just a few tables, but there is also another floor where you can go if all the tables on the ground floor are busy. Some people come with their boxes for takeaway, because if you want to take away and if you need a box, you have to pay for it. There were also some tourists that came when I was there, so this place is known to tourists as well, maybe because it was in a few ratings. As a starter, I had goulash soup. The portion was not very big, but it was actually good because Túrós Csusza portion was very big and very hearty. There was a lot of sour cream and cottage cheese sauce. I like this combination of tastes because cottage cheese sour cream are a bit sweet, lard is salty. It's a very good combination. I really enjoyed this meal, especially because it was only €5. The next dish is traditional not only in Hungary but in many other Eastern European countries. In Russia it's called golubцы, in Romania sarmale, in Hungary töltött Káposzta, or stuffed cabbage. I went to eat töltött Káposzta in Zsolnay Kávéház because it's their signature dish. Zsolnay Kávéház is named after the famous porcelain maker Zsolnay. The restaurant is located in Radisson Hotel in the 6th district near Ok. The cafe has a long history that goes back to 1913, when Hotel and Café Britannia was opened on Grand Boulevard in Budapest. They have different breakfasts, nice desserts, coffees, but also savory dishes. There were just 2 tables occupied when I came there, probably because the handle of the door was too hot to open. The design of cafe is minimalist. I was expecting more Zsolnay elements, but the food is served in Zsolnay plates, which are very nice. The service was fast and friendly. The portion was not very big. There were 3 cabbage rolls, some sauce and sour cream. It was stuffed with meat. According to the menu, it was smoked ribs. Once I tried Töltött Káposzta in Budapest already, and it was made with pickled cabbage. It was too sour for me. This dish was made with a sweet cabbage, which was very nice. I paid 3,584 for it, or about €9, including service. It's quite cheap by Budapest standards. So for Töltött Káposzta, you can go to Zsolnay Kávéház. You won't regret it. The next dish I recommend that you try in Budapest is actually Austrian. But you know that Austria and Hungary used to be the same empire for many years, and there are many Austrian dishes in Hungarian cuisine. I'm talking about Schnitzel. You can find Schnitzel in many Hungarian restaurants, and I guarantee that it will be as good as in Vienna. To try Schnitzel, I went to Két Szerecsen restaurant located in the 6th district near Octagon as well. The restaurant requires advance booking because it's very good and popular. In Két Szerecsen you can try Mediterranean, Hungarian and even Middle Eastern dishes. Everything I tried there was delicious, from beef cheek to goose burger. I also highly recommend their honey and chili pork ribs. From the outside it looks like a Parisian bistro, but inside you will see a lot of oriental elements. Schnitzel is not on their permanent menu, but they have a special lunch menu. It changes every week, so check their website to know their weekly offers. The price of lunch menu is 2,694 or €7 plus 13% service fee. The portion of schnitzel was not very big. Usually it's bigger, but it was more than enough for me. I find the schnitzel is very big and usually I share it with my husband. The schnitzel was served with a traditional potato salad with vinegar seasoning. It was very good. Despite the fact that the schnitzel was on the lunch menu, it was a very decent version of schnitzel. So if you are lucky, you will find the schnitzel on Két Szerecsen menu. Until now we tried meat dishes. It's true that Hungarian cuisine is quite heavy. Hungarians like pork and frying everything in a lot of fat. If you don't eat meat, you will probably think that you won't find anything to eat in Budapest, but it's not true. There are a few good fish dishes in Hungarian cuisine. One of them is Halaszlé, or fisherman's soup. Another very good fish dish is fish paprikas, but I will probably include it in my other video about Hungarian food. There are different styles of fisherman's soup. One of the most famous one is Szeged or Tisza style. What they all have in common is the ingredients: fish, carp or other freshwater fish, paprika and onions. Fisherman's soup is traditionally eaten for Christmas in Hungary because it's believed to bring luck and money, as a fish scale symbolizes money. There are a few fish restaurants in Budapest that make Halaszlé. One of them is Aranyhal, located in the 14th district of Budapest. It's quite far from the city center, but you can take a bus that will take 10-15 minutes. They have a nice terrace, so I decided to have my Halaszlé on this terrace. They serve not only dish, but other traditional Hungarian dishes, and they have a special lunch menu. But I came there to try Halaszlé. I ordered soup. It was served quite quickly in a nice traditional bowl with bread. The portion was very big, the same as goulash. So I think it was enough as the main dish, at least for me. The soup was very filling. There were no vegetables in the soup. You could ask to add noodles, but I think it was filling even without noodles. You could also ask to add some spicy paprika paste, but I didn't do this. I paid 3,685 forint or €9, including service fee for this Halaszlé. It's quite a good price because in other restaurants it can cost 4 or even 5,000 forint. If you come to Budapest in summer, instead of hearty Halaszlé, you can try a refreshing cherry soup. In Hungary you can find mixed fruit soups, raspberry soup, strawberry soup, but cherry soup is the ancestor of all these summer soups. It's eaten as a starter. Personally, I would prefer it as a dessert because it's quite sweet, but we're in Hungary, so we have to respect the rules. I want to try this refreshing starter in another Étterem, but this time on Buda side. This place is called Toldi Konyhaja. It's located in the first district, not far from the Fisherman's Bastion. The place is small, there are just a few tables. It's very cozy, probably even more cozy than Kívánság Étterem. This place doesn't have many reviews on Google, but the rating is good. On table you can see a lot of reviews written on napkins, and actually they are not in Hungarian, so tourists come here as well. I came there at midday and I was expecting to see a lot of people coming for lunch, but actually I was the first. They have permanent menu and weekly offers. The cherry soup was in the weekly offer, so I guess they make it only in summer. The soup was served quickly, the portion was small, but I ordered another dish and I will review it in this video as well. The soup was served with whipped cream, there were full cherries inside. It was similar probably to cherry yogurt or to cherry milkshake. So as I said, I would prefer it for dessert, but it was not very sweet, so it was okay as a starter as well. It was very refreshing, so I liked it. The other dish I ordered at Toldi Konyhaja was Hortobágyi Palacsinta or Hortobágyi pancake. It's basically pancake made with leftover chicken paprikas or Pörkölt. You just need to grind the meat, wrap it inside the pancake and serve with the sauce and sour cream. The dish was invented in 1958 for Brussels World Fair. Previously I tried Hortobágyi pie in Ara's restaurant. It was a pie made with short crust pastry and ground pork. Hortobágyi Palacsinta can be made with different types of meat or chicken. In total, this portion of Hortobágyi Palacsinta was quite big. There were 2 pancakes, but inside there was no ground beef. There were small pieces of chicken, which was very unusual. It was a flaw of this dish, but the dough was good and the filling was tasty as well. I paid 3,880 forint or €10 for the cherry soup and Hortobágyi Palacsinta. There was no service fee. Thank you for spending so much time with me today. I hope that the information I provided today was useful and you will enjoy your trip to Budapest. My next video I won't make in Budapest but in another city. I won't tell you today what it will be, but subscribe to my channel and don't miss the new video. It was your hungry Masha. Thank you for watching my channel and see you soon.